Hi, it's Lindsay Ali here, and I'm head of Team Make It, and I am going to do our team call recording for September 8th, 2015. What we're talking about is taking action. And doing this call and researching what I was going to talk about, I definitely learned a lot, and I definitely am talking to myself. I'm sorry, I have a little clingy one who is super tired here with me today, so I hope you can bear with me. Again, I'm talking to myself here because I've been in a spot where I was all about complaining, but not about taking action. So I hope this helps you as much as it has helped me in just kind of finding out what I'm going to talk about today. So, but let's go back a little bit. I mean, before we take action on something, it has to start somewhere, right? It has to start with a vision or a dream that we have, that we want to accomplish, that we want to see come true. So from that vision or dream, whether that's you want for us to, in our line of business, to be healthier, to be fit, to be skinnier, to be healthy from the inside out, and to want to start our own business and make it go somewhere. So for me, I want all of those things. Yes, healthy, fit, thinner, healthier from the inside out. I want this business to be something that brings in income for me. And it's not all about the money, but it is about trying to make it work financially. Because my goal is to, when the kids go back to school, or all of them are in school, I don't want to have to go find a job. I still want to have the freedom to be able to be there for them, take them to school, pick them up, go have lunches with them, and not have to be tied down to a job. And if I have to work, then I want it to be something that I enjoy doing. And this is what I enjoy doing. So I'm very excited to have this opportunity, and I can't wait to see where it takes me. But so that's my vision, and yours may be the same or similar, or it may be completely different in what you see for your future. But as for me, that's my vision. So your vision starts somewhere. And then from that vision may come a passion to want to take it a step further, and then you start implementing actions. We want to get healthier and lose weight, then we're going to start implementing some actions that will get us to that goal. You know, working out, eating right. If we want our business to grow into something that will help bring us money home so that we can stay home, then we've got to start implementing things in our business that are going to get us there. Doing team calls, personal development, all this stuff that I am working on as well. And for a long time, I just hope this works out. I can't just hope that this business works out. I have to put forth some effort to make it work out. And that's the same for any of us. So from action, we start taking action, it turns into results, right? Well, before results, I'm going to talk about that in-between spot of action and results, because there's a lot that can happen there. It could be a very short road for some of us. It could be a very long road for others of us. But no matter how short along the road, it's still not a straight path. You have those twists and those turns and the oops, I'm going backwards, and have to loop back around and start again, or pick up and keep pushing through all the no's that we hear or the excuses that we hear in our line of business. But all I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter how short along the road is, we all come up and hit the same adversity. So we just have to, through that road, we have to make sure that we have a patient endurance that will keep us on the calm road, so that we're not like on a roller coaster of emotions and this isn't working, I'm going to quit, to just, you know what, that didn't work, I'm not going to quit, I'm going to try it this way. So we have to have patience, and we have to endure through those things and just keep pushing through. I think it can be very, very easy to become weary and tired and frustrated during this time between action and results, because of the things that we're going to come across in starting a business. And everybody comes across those. From all the successful people I hear talk about it, they experience the same things that we do starting out. We just have to remember that the fruit of our labor is right around the corner. You know, you've seen that picture on Facebook, right, with the two miners underneath the ground, and they're on top of each other, and the top one is right there. He's got like 2 more chips away to be at the diamonds, but he has already turned away, and his body posture is just defeated. He's dragging his tools, and he's giving up. He's going home. He's quit, but he's right there. And then the guy underneath him is just chipping away, and he is just, you can tell his body language is like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get there. And he's so far away from his jewels, from his diamonds. But, you know, that's how we start, is that bottom guy, right? We start off with all this oomph and passion and drive, and this is going to work. It's going to happen. And we get defeated whenever it doesn't happen as quickly for us. And we stop. They say people stop right before they see success. So let's be like the first guy. Even when we start to grow weary, let's get ourselves back into personal development around people that are wanting to achieve the same things as us, and go for it, so that we don't become weary and quit right before we see success like that top guy. So I have 3 things that I want us to remember as we go through and think about that time during action and results. First, I want us to remember that we are making progress. If we have changed some things and we are daily doing those changes, then over time we're going to see those small changes start to build, and that compound effect is going to take effect, and it's going to grow bigger and bigger. It's that snowball that just starts to roll, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as it rolls, as long as we continue to do those things that we're supposed to do. So that's number 1. Remember that things are happening, things are changing, and we are doing a good job about it. And then 2, we need to remember that people are watching us. You know, sometimes we hear crickets when we post, and it's not fun to hear crickets. You know, you type out a post and you're like, oh, this is going to be so amazing. I can't wait to share this post with people. And then nothing. You get no likes on it, no comments, and it's defeating. But know that there are people who still see it. There are people who are still watching you, even though they're very, very silent while they do it. I've had people come around from like a year. I talk to them, and then like a year later, they come back and say they're ready to start something, or they just order it and don't even tell me. So there are people watching. Remember that. That's number 2. Number 3, remember that in those weary times when we're frustrated and down and think that this isn't working, remember that you started this because you had a passion, because you had a dream. And don't let go of that passion. Don't let that flame start to die and go away just because you hear lots of no's, just because you hear 1 no, or just because it's not working out at the moment, or just like you wanted to, or as fast as you wanted it to. So just remember that it started from your passion about this business. So I also looked up something that I wanted to share. It's 7 steps that can help us take massive action and achieve results, amazing results. So write these down so that you can put them somewhere or review them, or just have them for your records. But number 1, we need to admit this one phrase is not true. And the phrase is, knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. If you just have knowledge and don't implement anything, it means nothing. You're not going to see anything happen. But if you have this knowledge and you use it and implement what you know, then you will see the power. But admit that knowledge is power is not true. You can know everything there is to know about MLMs or a Beachbody coach and still not see success. I've been a coach for a while, and I know a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, but just because I know a lot about Beachbody doesn't make me a good businesswoman, and that's what I'm learning to do. So make sure that you're implementing what you learn, and yes, still educate yourself, but just also know on the other side of that, if you don't have a lot of knowledge, it doesn't mean that you're not going to see success in the beginning. You totally can. You just have to be passionate about your journey, be a product of the product, and share that with other people. Number 2 is have an end in mind, because if you don't have that end in mind, then you're just wasting your time. Even a GPS on your phone asks you where you want to be before they give you the directions on how to get there, or the options of directions on how to get there. You have to know where you're going to end up first before you can map out a route to get there. So make sure you have an end in mind. Don't waste your time. Number 3, brainstorm for strategies. Now, I love this one because I think I did this with Chalene Johnson in one of her, either her books or just something I was listening to. And it was a brain dump, and just everything that was in your mind, didn't matter what it was, just dump it on a piece of paper and just write it all out. Don't evaluate it. Just get it out of your head, and it just clears up mind space. And it's really good. So brainstorm for strategies, no matter how crazy they could be. I know she says, Chalene Johnson also says, you know, think big, dream big, and think about, it would be crazy cool if I could do this or make it to this goal, and if I did it this way to get there. So it would be crazy cool if, you know, just dream big while you're brainstorming those. And then after you've gotten everything dumped out of your mind, then go back and evaluate, which is number 4. Evaluate your strategies and whether they're feasible for you, whether they're feasible for you right now, or you need to wait a little bit and have them try to implement those later. But they say that during this time is when people make a common mistake, and that is they start crossing off strategies on their brain dump list that are amazing ideas that could propel them forward so quickly. So just because you're scared of doing some of those does not mean it's a legitimate reason to cross it off your list. So don't let fear set in when you're seeing if those are feasible or not. And then also you want to pick your tasks on that list and your strategies that are going to give you the most out of your work. So the 80-20 rule, you don't want to do something for 80% of your time that's only going to give you about 20% of results. This makes so much sense to me. And I need to tweak some things that I do because of this as well. I want to spend 20% of my time that's going to give me 80% of results. And I think that's a great point. That's number 4. Number 5 is to start moving. This is where we implement so that we can see our dreams actually become reality. We have to take action. And so it was great in this article that I'm sharing this from, that they related it to tuning your car. You know, let's say I have to tune my car. So I'm going to write it down on my list. But really, should I write it down, tune my car? Because I technically don't know how to do that. And so I'm not going to write down tune my car. To really get that done and get it done effectively, I need to make sure I write down a couple of small steps to get to that big goal and accomplish that. I need to, technically I have my husband to do that stuff for me, but let's just say I don't, because I'm very blessed that I do and that he takes care of that kind of thing. But let's say that I don't, then I'm going to, sorry, my hair is driving me nuts and I'm shedding. Let's say I'm going to research. I need to write down that I need to research car people because I don't know where to take it. And then I need to pick one that I like the price and the company. And then I need to schedule an appointment. And once I get all 3 of those things checked off, then I can cross off, I got my car tuned. I love that analogy because it broke it down to smaller, more manageable, doable things. And it wasn't this big, overwhelming, I got to get my car tuned. How am I going to do that? And maybe we can do some of those things in our head, but it's great to write things down so that you can cross them off because there's a sense of accomplishment when we do that. So start moving is number 5. Put things into action. Number 6, they called this one the secret weapon that you can use if you're reluctant to start taking action. And I love this one because honestly, I use it with my kids when they cannot clean up their room, their toys, and it takes them like an hour to 2 hours. They're still not even halfway to where they should be. I set a timer, and it's amazing how quickly they get things done before that timer goes off. We can do the same thing with our work. And I've heard people talk about this as well, just making sure that we set a timer. I'm going to work for 30 minutes and then I'm done working. I do this in the mornings. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my pre-workout drink and then I'm going to wait 15 minutes and I'll work out. And then 30 minutes, I looked on the clock, it's been 30 minutes and I haven't even worked out yet. So set a timer and do a task, and it's amazing how much we can get accomplished knowing that that's all the time that we have. So I love that one. That was number 6. Number 7, the last and final one, is to review and fine tune. Taking massive action is terrific. It's great. It's wonderful, but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't yield us any results, right? So try something out. If it doesn't give you what you need as far as results go, then it's not working. You need to review it. You need to fine tune it. So in our habits of what we need to do daily and our strategies that we're implementing, we need to make a habit of once a week, every other week, every month. Go through and see what is working and what is not working. And if it's not getting you the results that you need, then you need to fine tune it, change it up a bit, and see how it works for you, and then review it again later to see if it did work by changing it up. So fine tuning it. That is all I have for you today. I hope that really helps you guys out. I loved looking up this stuff because I'm just experiencing it right now. I wanted this business to work for so long, and I'm finally getting to see some movement in my business because I'm implementing. So if you heard anything at all in this whole call, I pray that it's that. Implement. Don't just say you want it. Make it happen. And I thank you for spending time with me and watching. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Again, my name is Lindsay Ali, and I'm head of Team Make It. Have a great night and implement those things so you can see your dreams come true. All right. Thanks. Bye.